Hello everyone, Krypton here, and yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. We are back in the reaction format, and this time with a fully rendered PNG tuber model. Look at that, haha, technology. Now this is just me experimenting some stuff, so let's see how it goes. But I figured I'd do something special for this battle in particular, because this matchup, I kid you not, has been wanted by fans to be a death battle, well, since that battle was even a thing. And having won the 3D matchup poll for this season, it's now here. Now, InFAMOUS 2 holds a special place in my heart for being the first video game to make me feel like a superhero. Not just a specific one, mind you, but just the morality system, expanding and varied power set, although still balanced out by drawbacks, a whole city to explore, enemies and giant monsters to fight, a simple yet effective story with an oncoming looming threat. It just ticked all the boxes before I even knew what all the boxes were. I loved it. Prototype, on the other hand, it's something I played it exactly once, back when I loved downloading any game from any site on my PC. Then I managed to be surprised when one day it stopped working, but I thought that, yeah, it was pretty fun. And it sort of had InFAMOUS vibes, but it was just another flavor entirely. On that topic, while I know very little about Alex Mercer besides his powers and him being apparently a living virus who took the name of the actual Alex Mercer, I just love how everything about him embodies that early 2000 edge. A hooded, amnesiac anti-hero, zombie virus, the black and reds, the spikes in pretty much everything, the spooky one-name title, and I'm not even counting this as a negative. I love that there's a character who accurately summarizes what was thought to be cool back then. And I mean, I still think it's cool now. I just think it's funny to have a character that just embodies all those traits in one. But now we're in the present, so remember to like, comment and subscribe right now if you want to see more reactions / reviews / anything. And let's get into this battle. I have seen arguments on both for who would win, so I'm just gonna stick to MacGrath and hope for the best. Let's go.
This battle is sponsored by HelloFresh
and Shady Rays.
Shady Rays.
Cole MacGrath, the patron saint of InFAMOUS.
Alex Mercer, the Blacklight Virus prototype from Prototype. That's right,
Nice.
Champions. You voted for it, so we're finally doing it.
Yeah.
Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh, hey, look what I found in the trash. An old script we wrote for this very matchup way back in 2013.
Wait, we haven't
Oh,
emptied our
God.
trash in 10 years?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their
Oh.
weapons, armor, and skills to
They're
find out
spoiling
who
a
will
lot in the
win
preview.
a
I'm not
death
looking.
battle.
I'm not looking. Okay.
With great power.
Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about that dig about the fact that there's an old matchup, but I'm sure it's just in good fun, you know? Oh god, what I did? No. I'm still getting the ends of this whole emoticon thing.
Great power comes great responsibility. Tobey Maguire's not the only superhero who's had to learn that lesson.
Cole MacGrath was just your average
Yeah,
delivery boy
InFAMOUS
in
was
Empire
inspired by
City,
the Spider-Man
till
2
one
video
day
game,
he
in case you
opened a
didn't know.
package that exploded in his face.
This was the Ray Sphere, a device that, upon erupting, destroyed much of the city and tore through Cole at the atomic level.
Killing him instantly. Nah, actually, he scooped up some superpowers.
Cole's story changes based on the player choices. For this matchup, we're focusing on a canonical good Cole, while alternatively exploring the possible effects of an evil Cole. Okay, interesting. It's also very interesting because Alex Mercer canonically becomes a villain, while Cole canonically becomes a hero. So we're in for a very straightforward hero versus villain matchup, so it's kinda perfect, almost in a cosmic dictated by fate sort of way.
Cool, zippity zappity superpower. Pew.
More specifically, Cole became a conduit, one of many beings who were granted supernatural abilities from the Ray Sphere explosion.
Which also turned Empire City into a godforsaken hellscape. This world needed a hero, or at least an anti-hero willing to clean up the mess he sorta technically made.
Read Bram Stoker's Dracula like all the cool kids. Yeah, he didn't watch this, he read it, just to show how... Oh god, fuck get it, he read it, he didn't just watch it. He's a man of culture, you know?
Needed a hero.
Cole
Yeah.
put his powers to the test, battling rogue superpowered conduits, including the mastermind behind the blast, Kessler.
Spoilers.
Let's be real,
Spoilers.
none of Cole's powers are as sick nasty as his parkour skills.
Hell yeah.
But his ability to manipulate electricity is pretty sweet too.
Cole
Kinda.
controls electromagnetic energy. Not only can he generate a smorgasbord of powerful lightning attacks,
Live action
he
for
can
MacGrath.
also
Oh my
manipulate
God.
thermal, kinetic, and gravitational
love it.
energies. Electromagnetism is pretty broad after all. This includes his radar pulse, which detects the bioelectricity inside organisms even if they're hidden or transformed.
It's gonna be very
Professor,
useful
he
against
got to add
Alex.
some ice powers to his kit.
Grind on rails like Shadow the Hedgehog. Read your mind like Goku's Muffin Button. Charge up with extra
Muffin
karmic
Button?
energy, also like Shadow the Hedgehog, and generate force fields like...
Shadow the Hedgehog.
But are you familiar with a little equation called E equals MC squared?
Classic.
No.
Oh, well, it defines the mathematical relationship between matter and energy. Essentially, how much energy any given mass contains.
Okay, the largest mass
Okay.
object Cole absorbed.
7 megatons of TNT.
Wow.
This means Cole's energy output is basically fueled by a nuclear reactor.
Hell yeah,
So he's
nuclear
like
Cole.
a living super bomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife.
Should he somehow run low on
Really?
energy, he can drain
I'm,
it from...
I'm sorry. Really? We're back at ex-wife jokes after the character development from Stage vs. Rocket? I expected better, Boomstick. I expected better. Anyway.
He's even learned to drain the bioelectricity from people, like this.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Because he follows Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric attacks.
With these powers, Cole chewed through Kessler's
I mean,
forces,
makes sense.
including
Otherwise
Sasha,
he would kill
whose
himself.
Black tar powers could infect and control minds.
And he eventually faced down that son of a bitch himself and pwned his ass, despite Kessler having his exact same powers. Coincidence?
Turns
I
out
don't
the
think so.
architect of Cole's misery was himself from an alternate future timeline, manipulating events from the shadows to ensure
Yep.
this version of Cole became a better hero than
Against the
Kessler
Beast.
ever was.
Well,
That happened.
that just happened. Who wrote this shit?
The point
You read my
is,
mind.
Kessler's whole plan was meant to prevent the apocalypse, which would appear in the form of the Beast,
Yep,
a
here it is.
conduit of unimaginable power,
Fast enough to route electricity moving at 90% the speed of light.
which possessed the power of the ray sphere itself.
This was such a tragic character, though. I mean, he didn't really want to kill anyone. It just, you know, it just the situation he was. And I remember feeling very captured by the story when in the scene right there when Cole was talking to him.
Ultimately, it wasn't Cole's power that made him a hero.
In order to stop a plague created by the ray sphere, Cole sacrificed his life, eradicating the conduit genes and saving all of humanity.
Sure, he also killed
Yeah.
thousands of conduits in the process, but hey, what's a few corpses when building a better tomorrow?
It
This
happens.
trolley stops for no one.
Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future generations.
Second son.
A true testament to the responsibility of power.
I'm really happy with the breakdown for Cole. I feel like there were a bit one too many takes of the fact that the game is a bit dated, but maybe it's not mean-spirited. You know, I want to think that it's not, but I think they captured the powers. I mean, of course, it's not going to be as in-depth as, say, Vader vs. Obito, because it's a very choice-based game. But still, I think it's a pretty cool breakdown for anyone not familiar with the character. Now, really curious for Alex, though.
With great power
Again?
comes great responsibility, but not everybody's got an Uncle Ben to tell him that.
Alex
Oh, it's a
Mercer
parallel,
woke up
nice.
in hell. Manhattan Island was gripped by the horrific Black Light virus, transforming its citizens into terrifying monsters.
Yeah.
Alex had no memories.
heroes
He
are
was
both
a
surrounded
man
by
without a
virus.
past, and maybe no future.
And plagues and
but
stuff.
he did have one thing.
The abilities.
I'm sorry, I have to go back a certain part. Admits he's a killer, a monster, a terrorist, because he's just so edgy. Crawling in my skin. But yeah, it's exactly what I was talking about Alex embodying that early 2000 edge. I'm glad they're having fun with it.
So Alex pushed on, desperate to avenge himself and the city by finding whatever monster unleashed this nightmare and eat them. Yeah, he can consume people to give himself
Boy.
a power boost.
Essentially, Alex is an ever-evolving super being, the ultimate being.
Like Shadow the
Shadow
Hedgehog.
the Hedgehog.
I
By
knew it.
consuming victims, Alex also receives all their memories and experiences, including Peter Randall,
Shadow
a
also was an
69
embodiment of that
year-old
early 2000
man
edge.
whose entire history Alex processed in just 11 seconds. virus. Being able to condense that much information into that time frame means Alex can perceive events happening within 5 nanoseconds.
Which is about how long I was married to my second ex-wife.
Alex can shapeshift his body,
Really?
turning his limbs into claws and blades, or generating countless tendrils that give him unmatched control over his environment.
Fun fact, Alex Mercer was originally set to fight Carnage because his powers resembled the Marvel symbiote so much, but Carnage ended up fighting Lucy in an episode I actually really love. He ended up fighting Cole because that was the most popular matchup at the time, as they not so kindly pointed out very long ago, but yeah, fun fact for you.
Like the air dash, the cannonball, the bullet dive drop, and the hunter dirt nap. Pretty sure that was my third ex-wife's boyfriend's stripper name.
And after consuming enough,
The tendril barrage devastator. Oh, it's
That's a
beautiful.
mouthful.
despite being seen as the world's most wanted terrorist, fair, Alex used his powers
Fair.
to stop the spread of the virus and end the city's nuclear devastation.
It was then he learned the truth. He wasn't Alex Mercer at all.
He
Yep.
was the Blacklight virus itself, which absorbed the memories and likeness of the real Alex Mercer. To decipher this, I recreated the Blacklight virus
oh God.
myself, the most
God.
dangerous...
Why is it empty?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
So the man Alex
Okay, I
was
see what
hunting
they're
the
doing
whole
with the
time
jokes now.
was himself. Dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun.
That's
What
right.
he didn't know was that the virus would merge with his sentience and memories and become a new Alex. How? Why? Don't question it, it's a nothing burger.
But is this massive
More like an
viral
edge burger.
material that
Poor bastard sure tried to be. Too bad humans can be dicks, and everyone
Yeah.
kept betraying him. Even the so-called love of his life, who shot him in the
Jesus.
face. Whoa! So Alex figured, obviously, humanity had to go.
not
I mean,
just
that's fair.
go, but be made better? Whatever goodness remaining with this Alex was left behind as he plotted to unleash a second Blacklight virus, recreating humanity into a super species in his own image.
Yep, here's
Great
the villain I was
power
talking
became
about.
Great terror.
And even defeated the Supreme Hunter, who was tough enough to survive a nuclear blast that would have leveled Manhattan.
Based on the blast
Okay,
radius given
so
in
they both
game,
have a
that's
nuclear
450,
resistance.
making him virtually impossible to kill so long as he keeps consuming.
But attempting to
Okay,
take over the
that's
world and
gonna
kill
be
millions of people
a bad
pissed
news
off
for
a
Cole.
certain James Heller, a dude who had just had enough of
I
his
think.
fucking weird, fucking rambling shit.
Who used the same virus
Hey,
powers
Prototype
to
2.
consume Alex once and for all.
Live by the Kirby symbiote, die by the Kirby symbiote. But was
That's
Alex
gonna be on a
just
t-shirt.
virus after all? I mean, what's more human than the urge to conquer the world, drive its species to the slaughter, consume its raw genetic resources, and crown yourself king? Maybe
Yeah.
the day Alex Mercer died was the day he truly became human.
Wow, that was intense.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Okay, that was a bit of...
This episode
I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit of a weird analysis at some points, but otherwise pretty fun. And yeah, as you can tell, the game is also pretty fun to play with all those powers. I'm definitely a bit worried for Cole, not gonna lie with. They did say that Cole was faster than Alex absorbing that guy's memories. It was, I think, 90% of light versus 96% speed of light. So, but there's also the fact that Alex can regenerate constantly pretty much, and unless I skipped over something, I don't think they really went over a lot of the weaknesses for either combatant, but unfortunately I won't be surprised if Cole takes the L, but I'm still gonna root for him. Go Cole, go, 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 go.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's
Oh,
time for us.
they brought back the Let's End This Debate Once and For All for good old time's sake. That's a nice touch. See, that's how you do nostalgia, right?
Jet battle!
Okay, so I already watched the preview and I listened to the track, I think like 12 times by now. I even released that video in case you haven't watched it. It's an early 2000 rap that perfectly fits the time frame for both combatants, and it even features musical cues from both the InFAMOUS and Prototype games. And yeah, I'm gonna talk a bit more over the preview, but then for the rest of the fight I'm gonna shut up. Finally, I'd say. Okay, this preview right here perfectly captures the vibe for the Prototype games. The helicopters, the red skies, Alex going for lunch, with the humans of course.
I think I've still got room for dessert.
Yeah, it's a bit stiff for now, but it kicks off really fast, don't worry.
Buddy, you are one sick freak.
For a second I thought it was say, buddy, I think you're slime, you know, to quote Robocop. Weave, weave, weave. Oh, damn it, they cut off the earlier scream he had in the preview. I didn't mind that, you know, it's okay to be fun. Oh, I love that. I love this bit so much. Such a fun way of combining their powers. Oh, there goes Walling. Go Cole! Go Cole! Ooh. Wall one? Nice. Oh, he can do that too. Oh, it's really fast. Oh, okay, we. Oh, nice. Would that do anything though? Nice. Yeah, ice him, freeze him. What you gonna do now? Oh my god. Nice. Nice. Lightning hook. Oh, what a vibe. When in doubt, freeze everything. Oh yeah, it's gonna regenerate. Still gonna be a problem.
What a nightmare. You don't know the half of it.
Okay, he's in the super form now. Cole doesn't have a super form. Nice. Ah, black vortex, interesting. I love the black and blue.
You and I can change this world for the better.
The only vermin I see here is you.
Tell him, Cole. Tell him. Yes, yes. All the music I really chills. Yes, yes. Blade versus blade. Oh, that's so awesome. Yes. Come on, Cole. Go, go, go. Nice, nice, nice.
You don't want to give me your power. Fine. I'll just take it.
Yes, yes.
Good idea.
Oh, it's a surveys by electricity. I think.
This world sure isn't perfect, but it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
Yes, yes, call one. Hell yeah, evaporize them. That was. I'm sorry. That last bit gave me so much hype and energy, and now Cole turning all around. I loved it. I'm definitely gonna rewatch this, but yeah, I loved it.
But it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
Hell yeah.
KO! Oh, now.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. For a second, I thought they were gonna pull a switcheroo and say that that was actually Alex in disguise, and he actually killed Cole, but he absorbed him. That would have been extremely cool, and I'm glad they didn't do that.
And both could match each other's powers blow for blow.
They could each create weapons, amplify their strength, and fight at range.
But could Cole survive Alex's infection? Well, Alex would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work. Even then, the Ray Sphere incident that created Cole's powers in the first place ripped apart everyone else down to the atomic level. And the Beast's attacks were capable of the same thing. Considering the Blacklight virus only works down to molecular DNA, it's reasonable to say Cole would be able to resist it.
Sure,
Hell yeah.
Alex could have potentially consumed Cole's biomass to give himself an edge, but Cole could just do the same thing to Alex.
Exactly, yeah. So wait. Now that I think about it, good Cole won by using an evil Cole power. I mean, gotta fight fire with fire. Am I right? Cole's BioLeech drains new electricity from living things, which is partly responsible for healing the human body from wounds. It could negate Alex's regeneration. I didn't even think of that.
Absorbing his bioelectricity to power himself back up.
But nothing could challenge the gap in power.
More powerful, better ranged option, could resist the Blacklight virus, Radar Sense counters Alex's disguises, as I pointed out. Alex is smarter and more experienced. I think, yeah, okay, yeah, I can see that, yeah. Harder to kill due to regeneration, yet they lost anyway. Rip Bozo. I was expecting this list to be a bit longer, but hey, I'm not complaining.
Everything Alex survived could simply not match Cole's force fields, and especially not the power of the Beast. The blast the Beast created actually had a much wider radius than the one the Supreme Hunter could survive. To compete with these foes, this means Cole was simply far more powerful than Alex.
Speaking of the Beast, Cole's ability to disintegrate it at the atomic level meant that even Alex's crazy molecular regeneration couldn't stand up to Cole's might.
Just like how Cole could overpower Kessler despite his resistance to electricity, or how he resisted Sasha's mind control powers, which were eerily similar to the Blacklight virus.
But
That's
I bet
true.
you're wondering, what if Alex fought evil Cole instead? Well,
Yeah.
it'd be even worse, because then Cole took the Beast's power for himself.
I love how casual was that. It would be even worse, yeah. As in, Alex would be even more screwed.
Alex got the Cole shoulder, just like this stupid script.
The winner is Cole MacGrath.
I like the script. Yeah, Cole.
Thank-
Okay, so I thought the analysis were okay to good, and the fight was really good with some great stuff in it. So I'm not sure it's gonna rank high on my top list, but it's definitely gonna be high, just one eye. I'm actually really excited for the next time because for the first time in a while we have no idea who the is. And as you can tell from my YouTube, I'm not really the one to go into theories for what that circle thingy was supposed to represent, since it could be anything. And I'm just really curious for the next time, and let's see, come on. Dragon Ball, Frieza, and Megatron. Okay, nice. So, that means we don't get Vilgax versus Megatron. Yeah, I can see that. It's a battle between the intergalactic alien tyrants, and I wonder which Megatron they're gonna go for, though. That said, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I really like this episode. I don't quite say I loved it, and because at some points it doesn't really feel like the Death Battle stuff loved doing it either. But that said, there are some parts I really liked. So comment your thoughts down below, and I'm Uncle Krypton. I hope I made your day slightly better.